Alright guys, today we're smoking up some pork ribs on our Zgrill with a barbecue glaze. Let's get to cooking. Alright, we're going to start off with a couple of racks of ribs here. First things first, we're going to flip it over and do a little bit of trimming just to take off some of that excess fat. And we're not actually taking membrane off, we're just going to score it today. Also, we're just going to square these ribs up. Now, with the membrane, you can take it off if you want. Unless you're cooking barbecue, like competition barbecue style ribs, you can get away with just scoring it. But, of course, completely up to you whether you want to take that membrane off. Now, we're going to use Worcestershire sauce as our binder today. You can use mustard, olive oil, sriracha. You're not going to taste it anyway, so it doesn't matter. Of course, we're going to season it up with our all-purpose barbecue rub. Should pair well here with the sweet and tangy profile. It goes great with pork. So get your pork ribs generously seasoned up on both sides, and we're going to go ahead and prep our smoker now. And we're going to run the Zgrill at 110 degrees to start off.
Alright, so times and temps for these ribs. So currently we've got our ribs on our Zgrill at 110 degrees Celsius. We're going to let them go for about 3 hours, at which point we're going to take them off, put them down on some foil with some brown sugar and some hot honey, wrap them back up, back onto the smoker for 2 hours. Then we're going to take them off again, out of the foil, back onto the smoker for a further hour, glazing with a barbecue sauce every 15 to 20 minutes until that last hour is up. And by the end of it, these ribs should be done. So we'll see you back here when we take these off and foil them up.
Alright, our ribs have been on for 3 hours, so it's time to prep the foil. We're going to lay down some foil with some brown sugar, some butter, and some hot chili honey. And we're going to also sprinkle some hot chili honey over the backside of these as well. Get these things wrapped up, repeat the process, back onto our smoker, and we're going to crank the temperature up to 120 degrees Celsius.
Righto, we've just filled up our ribs with the brown sugar, the butter, and the hot honey. We've covered them up, we've chopped them back onto the Zgrill, and we've bumped the temperature up to 120 degrees Celsius, or 250 degrees Fahrenheit if you're using Fahrenheit. Now these are going to continue to cook away for another 2 hours before we take them off, take them out of the foil. Then we're going to chuck them back onto the pellet smoker, uncovered, and we're going to mix up a barbecue rub glaze, which we're going to glaze every 15 to 20 minutes until that last hour is finished. And hopefully at the end, we've got some edible ribs. See you back at the end.
Okay, for our barbecue glaze, we're going to use 3/4 of a bottle of the Beerenberg barbecue sauce. This stuff is awesome. A splash of apple cider vinegar to water it down, but to keep the flavour. Some hot honey. We're going to cut a lime in half and use half a lime's worth of juice. Get that all mixed together, and your barbecue glaze is done. Now these ribs are ready to come off. They've been on the smoker wrapped for another 2 hours, so we're going to unwrap them, lay some more foil down. We're going to make a foil boat. This is going to catch the juices, and it's going to save a bit of mess on your smoker as well. So, work smarter, not harder. Give those ribs a coat in that barbecue glaze that we just made up, and we're going to chuck the ribs back onto our Zgrill, keeping the temperature at 120 degrees, and we're going to glaze these ribs every 20 minutes for the last hour of this cook. Alright, it's been 5 hours now since these ribs were on, and they are done. We're going to give them one last glaze with that barbecue glaze that we made up earlier. We're going to take our beautiful Davila knife, and we're going to cut these up ready to serve. Now, completely optional, but I think it presents really well. We're going to hit them with some sesame seeds over the top and some dry chives, or spring onion. Fresh spring onion would work really well. It would present even better, but it's what I had on hand. And these pork ribs are done. Now, pork ribs, they're not my area of expertise, but I followed this method and they were absolutely beautiful. The best pork ribs I've done to date. So if you do follow this method, let me know how it works out. Guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.